available there. I don't know why. I tried to go live multiple times, didn't work. I don't know. Oh my God. Guys, look. I just got wired $7,000. Look at that. Big juicy 7K for me today. And another one coming tomorrow. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Okay, so Kent, what's going on, dog? Okay, moving on. How many people here are new? How many people here are new? I can't. So I just met with Jason. Oh, hello.
New laptop, and I forgot I had to allow access to my microphone.
What's going on, Kent? How can I help you?
So I have a hot lead for 3 duplexes in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Jonesboro, Arkansas. Do people live there?
81,000 of them.
Good. Excellent. Love that. All right, let's see it.
So they are open to seller financing.
Okay.
The issue, though, is the seller still owes on the property. They still have a DSCR loan on it. And the conversation I had with the seller is they like the terms that I had presented, other than the down payment needed to come up a little bit, because the amount monthly I offered was shy of what they pay per month on that loan. And they're fine with that. They're fine with like eating cost for the 6 years.
We can't have them eat the cost for the 6 years, because what if they don't? Property goes into foreclosure.
Yeah. So I mentioned that to the agent, and what he said is, I guess he's got a pretty good relationship with this seller, and I guess this seller is a builder, so he gets loans all the time to build properties, because he built these 3 duplexes back in 2021.
Okay.
And the agent mentioned that maybe we could like put some provisions in the contract to try to ensure that the seller would be making, the monthly payments on the mortgage with the $3,000 and then whatever is left over. So I talked to the agent. I'm like, do you think maybe if I could try to get my partner to give you a call, because he finances everything, maybe you guys can talk and see if there can be any sort of terms or anything that could work to make it happen. Because I've been working with Maura on this one, and he mentioned, just why not just take over that debt. The issue with that is the all-in monthly is like over $5,000, and the property, all 3 bring in $7,500. So it wouldn't work for mortgage takeover, because there would be no cash flow.
So the payments are the payments, and there's nothing that we can do to adjust the payments. However, we could take over his debt. Why couldn't we take over his debt?
I'm just thinking, as far as cash flow goes.
Okay, well, if there's $2,500 of gross cash flow, in theory, a really small down payment would justify us taking it over. I'm more concerned about the seller's equity. What is owed, and what are the properties worth?
So I believe he said that they owe like 630. And the agent said that they did get an appraisal done for the 3, and the appraisal came back at 1.25 million. And they were only asking $900K for the 3 duplexes.
This is a challenge, because on one perspective, you have the seller thinking that they have $200,000+ in equity, $250,000 in equity. But from our perspective, we could probably give them a small down payment of anywhere from like maybe 30 to 50,000, and that's really pushing it. Largely because the cash flow doesn't support it. So there is cash flow, but there's not cash flow to support a large down payment. There's cash flow to support a small down payment, and then maybe no payments, and then a balloon at a later date. So the offer to the seller is kind of like, I can relieve you from this pain of these monthly payments that you have, but we're going to have to give them their equity in via a balloon at a way later date.
Okay. Is that something that you would be able to call the agent
Yeah,
and
yeah.
discuss
Let's let
per
it rip,
chance?
man. Let's let it rip.
All right,
Give
I
me a
will
phone number and I'll
text you
call.
over here.
I'm also gonna need the addresses here.
So when I called him, I was only calling about the one duplex, and he mentioned that he has got two other ones as well that he's looking to part ways with. So I got the address for the one, but I can text you what that address is. I'm texting you his name and number right now. How was the Philippines?
Gosh, it was hectic, man. It was hectic. This guy says,
I
looking.
saw you did some wakeboarding or something, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit over there. Not a ton. So, Unit 18, Lacey, Washington. So here's the thing, man. You have a condo, and I always talk about the hierarchy of real estate. So here's how the hierarchy of real estate goes. You have multifamily product. This is in terms of investor desirability, and honestly, kind of retail desirability. I guess single families are more retail desirable, but here's how it goes. At the top of the hierarchy of types of buildings, you have a multifamily building, and that's great because multifamily cash flows really well, even if there's a high interest rate on it. Can you guess what's below multifamily? Single family building, single family, maybe like a 4-bed, 2-bath single family building, super nice, or a single family with an ADU. Love that. Can you guess what's below single family? It's another type of single family. It's just like an undesirable type. Below single family, there's 2-bed, 1-bath single family. Why do we not like that as much? Well, it doesn't really rent for anything and it doesn't appreciate very well. Can you guess what's below 2-bed, 1-bath single family? Condo, and that's where your property is at. And then below condo, you probably have mobile home that owns the land, and then below mobile home that owns the land, you have mobile home that doesn't own the land. So in the hierarchy of real estate, you're kind of like pretty far below, and the reason is because, well, I guess it's twofold. One, Lacey, Washington is kind of a tiny area. Like it's a pretty small area that's just not very close to much. It's just pretty far out. I guess you're kind of close to Olympia, but it's not like it's not like Seattle. And then below that, if an investor were to buy the condo, it would only lose money per month as a rental because the mortgage on them buying it would exceed the rent. So, I can do things with virtually anything but condos. The only time I can do something with a condo is if you're in that Seattle area. If you're in Seattle or like San Diego or Los Angeles, if you're in those areas, yes. But otherwise, man, that's hard. Okay.
So I text you his name, his number, and listing is on Drake Street because all three duplexes are on the same plot of land because he bought the land back in 2006 and the buildings were built in 2021.
Okay.
And I let him know
900,000.
that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I see what we're talking about here. So the payments all in are 5K, 5,000 and some change, or just 5K?
Well, he said it's at least over 5. Um, and he didn't send me any sort of mortgage statement because I didn't think that would be a route to go because property between all three brings in 7,005, and once we take the 20% off the top, that doesn't leave any cash flow at all. So that's kind of why I didn't inquire upon that.
So here's the biggest issue. The seller thinks they're going to make 300K, but we only have about 30K worth of cash flow here. What down payment did you pitch to them?
I initially pitched 90K.
But we don't have,
they were asking not.
But we don't have 90K worth of cash flow, Ken.
So I made this offer before finding out how much that they owe because he reached out to me saying that we might be close. We would just have to negotiate some terms. And I called him yesterday after work, and that's when we talked about about how much they owe. So I didn't find that information out until yesterday.
The conversation I'm going to have with him is going to kind of be like, I'm buying cash flow. And right now we've got about, well, we'll take 20% off the top of the 7,500. If we take 20% off,
Oh, it's 7,000. It's $7,005. Not
7,005, not 7,500.
correct.
Oh, you're right. There's literally no cash flow. There's $600. There's $600 of net. It's almost like we don't even want to take it over at that point. But there's $600 of net cash flow per month, and we can only offer this guy. Shit, man. I mean, like 20K. We could probably give this guy 20K to take over, and I'm not even excited about it. I'm not even excited to give him 20K. We give him 20K to take over his debt, no monthly payments, and then a balloon on like year 10. It's a very far leap from I'm gonna make $250 on the sale of my properties. That 20K is simply going to go to his agent. It'll be $0 down for him. But yeah, I'll call because it'll be good content. What's his name? I think I see it.
It's Dustin. It's in your text.
And reason for calling. I'll see if this person is available.
Richard Taylor.
This is Dustin.
Hey, Dustin. My name is Richard Taylor. How you doing?
What's up, man? How are you?
Doing pretty well. I just got sent a lead from my acquisitions manager, Kent, in Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's a multifamily.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think there's a way to relieve your client of the payments he has here, but I just reviewing the numbers, man. There's not a whole lot of cash flow for an end buyer when you factor in any sort of expenses that are associated with owning a rental property. So what I was kind of thinking on this is, Kent comes to me and he's like, hey, I pitched him 90K down, assuming there was no mortgage on it, but we find out there's a mortgage on it. And the gap between the mortgage and what the house rents out for is $2K. And the seller is probably expecting to make $250,000. And I was like, oh man, I mean, we could probably take over the debt that's on the property. I've done that on a ton of my other properties, but we just couldn't pay too much. I mean, maybe we could pay the agent's commission and that might be about it. And then we could offer them a balloon payment via refinance way down the line.
Okay. So just tell me, I mean, what terms you're proposing. They're comfortable with the terms that Kent proposed, other than, essentially the down payment. And really because the agent commission was coming out of the down payment, they were hoping that would be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
They were fine with all of the other terms.
So what were the monthly payments Kent proposed?
$3,000.
$3,000. Okay. And we found out that we're actually paying about a little over $5,000.
Correct.
So at the end of the day, it's about buying cash flow. That we don't look at it as a property or anything like that. It's just about the numbers. And the numbers are, we pay 7, a little over 5 comes out. Rental properties have about 20% expense margins. So that 7's about $5,600 after those expense margins. That's management, that's vacancy, that's repairs throughout the years, utilities, whatever it may be. So $5,600 comes in after that, and over 5 comes out. So we make about $500 per month on this. And the question I ask myself at the end of the day is, how much money would I be willing to pay to make $500 a month? And when Kent showed me this, I was like, man, I shouldn't call this guy. He's not going to like this, because the answer is, your seller has a headache of monthly payments on this. And I would take over his headache, but probably for only about 20K, because there's only about 20K worth of cash flow.
Okay, so the initial terms where you guys were going to pay $3,000 a month, and it brings in 7.
Yes.
Right?
That's appealing.
Okay, my seller is comfortable with those terms, and then he will pay the $5,000 debt coverage.
But if he doesn't, we lose the property and the 90K.
Yeah, I mean, it's, we can put some, safeguards in there. Maybe you guys take over the property for what he owes on it if he defaults. And then you guys would be in a really good position on it.
I suppose, but honestly, it's based on where it is, it's not much of an appreciation play. It's kind of only a cash flow play for us. So honestly, probably the only thing I could do on this is get him out of the headache. I could probably get him out of the headache for your commission, and then I could balloon him out in his equity later. But I wouldn't roll the dice like I hope he pays these monthly payments and then sink a down payment into it like that. I think the offer that Kent made initially was based off of us being able to pay him $3,000 per month on the assumption that there wasn't a mortgage on it.
Okay, so let me just recap real quick. So you would pay $20K down plus all of the closing costs, including agent commission.
No, I'd give you guys $20K in closing costs. Because honestly, man, it's kind of a headache even for your client. Like it's kind of a rough position. I get that he's got some perceived equity in it, and I think it is worth that to a retail buyer. But for an investor, it's purely cash flow for me, and we're looking at $500 of it. So what I would do to get this deal done is I give him $20K to take over his position in the loan. That $20K can go to your commission. It can go to him. However you guys see that split. I'll pay the title fees on top of it, whatever that may be. And as far as monthly payments, we don't have any room for monthly payments. What it would look like is on year 10, I would take out another mortgage on the property, and I'd give him everything I get from that mortgage on a refinance.
Okay. And then the total price still at $1 million?
The price, I would probably say it's at your asking price, probably 900. But if we wait 10 years, I could do $1 million. Yeah.
Okay. I know 10 years is not going to work. I mean, initially it was 6 years at $1 million was the initial proposed offer.
You can only pull 75% out of what a property's worth. So let's say we do $1 million over 6 years. In 6 years, the property appraises for $1 million, right? I can only pull 750. I can only pull 750 of that out, and that's just the bank's rules. They only give you 75% LTV.
Right.
So if we do that, your seller's suing me to get the property back, and that's a headache for him.
Well, we have a current appraisal for 1.2 on it. I don't think it's going to be any issues having it appraised out.
But even if we get so when we're refinancing against the property, and we see that the property has been sitting on the market for 100 days at 900,000, we can get appraisals, we can get this, we can get that, but a property's worth what a property's worth. And the market seems to think it's worth less than 900,000. So even if my appraisal comes in at 1.1 million, I can still only pull out 825 from the property, and I owe your seller more than that. Even if my appraisal comes in at 1.2 million, I'm pulling out 900,000 from the property, and I owe your seller more than that. So it's kind of a pickle in terms of doing it over a 6-year period of time, even with a high appraisal like that.
Okay, so just recap the terms for me. I'll get it presented, and then we'll get back to you. So $20K upfront, that's to cover my fees. You'll also cover any title fees on top of the $20K. It'll be at list price, 6-year balloon.
I don't
take over the debt.
I can't refinance $1 million in 6 years. So if I have a house that's worth 100K, I can only pull 75% out of that. 75.
Brother, I understand the list price is 900, right?
I know I'm offering $1 million, but if we try to get that to you in 6 years' time, and even if the property appraises for 1.2 million in 6 years, the bank will not give me a loan for as much as I owe your client.
Okay. So what terms are you proposing? I'm having trouble understanding. You said list price, you said $1 million, you said 6 years, you said 10 years.
I did not say 6 years. I will offer him $1 million over 10 years. That $1 million is going to be delivered like this. For the next 10 years, I'm just going to keep his mortgage current. That's it. And on year 10, I'm going to take out a second mortgage that covers the difference between what is owed right now, that 600 or whatever it may be, and the $1 million. So a refinance for another 400K. So the deal is I give him 20K right now to take over this debt. And on year 10, I'll go ahead and give him another $400,000 via refinance.
Okay. Okay. If just so that I would like to have some options for him. If 10 years is too long, is there a lesser number that you would offer to do it in 6?
Yeah, I would just come down on the purchase price. So if we were at say, $850, I could probably do 6.
Okay.
And that's not even based on my desire. That's just refinance expectations, man.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. I think I'm clear on where you're at on it. I'll get it presented and then get back to you.
All right. Thanks so much. Talk soon.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. Dude, even if he says yes, I'm not excited about that deal. Even if he says yes, I'm not excited. It's just It's just a lot, man. It is just I'm just so here's the issue. Here's the issue at the end of the day, guys. Owning property is inherently a headache. I know because my portfolio was recently losing $20,000 per month. I've got about $7.5 million in real estate in terms of commercial multifamily, residential multifamily, single family properties, right? So I've got a lot of properties, and owning properties is inherently like a shit show. It just is. I wish it weren't, but it just is. And this right here is 3 different duplexes. It's 3 duplexes. So it's a lot of headache. Now, when you take on that headache, your hopes and dreams are that you get compensated well for that headache in terms of cash flow. But here, you're owning like $900,000 of real estate, which comes with the headache of $900,000 worth of real estate, but for a small amount of cash flow. And even though the cash on cash return justifies it, when you're buying something this expensive, you want to make sure that you're making more than $600 per month. So I'm just thinking about it from that perspective of the buyer. And then I think about it from the seller's perspective. The seller owes 600 and is asking 900, and they're expecting to make $250,000 after agent commission on the deal. And we've just offered them $20K, no money for 10 years, and then a refinance where they get their money. This does not make sense to the seller at all. So unless the seller is like, holy shit, get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. It's just, I just don't understand why they would accept an offer like this if I'm being real. So we will shoot our shot. We will shoot our shot on this thing. But you know, in wholesaling, you try to align buyer expectations with seller expectations, and they are pretty far apart, and we will see what happens here. And I understand the agent's frustration. I do. He's a good guy, but that is, oh man, you know, it's not that great. Anyways, Ken, I tried my best, man. We'll see what happens. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I don't think that one's going to go anywhere. It's like I said, I didn't find out about all the mortgage stuff until yesterday after work, and I'm like, oh well, fuck. I was talking to Maura about it, and I'm like, well, maybe Rich could try something, anything, because I don't want to give up on something that could potentially be, even though the likelihood of it being something is not very high.
Yeah, you know, it's always worth shooting our shot, man, and I respect the grind. I respect the grind. So this guy says he needs to sell his. This guy says he needs to sell his property. Who's the guy who needs to sell his property? AC. Did AC ever tell us where his property was? Looks like AC didn't. Oh, I see AC. This guy says we did 2 deals together. Hell yeah, bro. Let's get it. Sora, what's going on, man? You hear about Joanne Street? I mean, don't yell at me, man. I'm sensitive.
No, no, man, no. So last I spoke with Faye, she updated us today. She said the lender, or I think it's the lender or the title company, she said, is waiting for the buyer's signed LLC documents before they can issue the clear to close. Is it cool if you can call Quaid about this real quick? You got a moment?
Of course I do. So catch me up to speed. Before we left, we were doing a deal on, is it Joanne Street?
Yeah, 18418 Joanne Street in Detroit.
You contracted Joanne Street for
$125,000. And we're selling it for $135,000.
Okay, so so what I mean by contracted, for all my viewers who are like, what the hell are you talking about? Because we actually have good numbers on TikTok right now. He contracts Joanne Street. So it's listed for what on Zillow?
Listed for $150,000.
Listed for $150,000. He gets it under contract for $120,000, technically $127,500 because we got a concession, right?
Yeah, we got a 6% concession.
So around $127,500. So here's people are like, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that? Hey, I see that you want $150,000. How about $127,000? Oh my God, you're saying yes to that? Okay. Can you send me the contract? I don't know how to do the contract. Can you send it to me? You will? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. And then here's what I did. What's up, Mr. Buyer? Are you still doing buying? You're still doing buying? I love that. So I got this house. I don't own it, but I could get it to you at 137. You like that number? You do? Okay. All right. I'm gonna send you a contract. Okay. So we have a contract from one side, and that's from the realtor. They sent us a contract that said yes to 127. And then we have a contract that we sent to the buyer that says yes to 137, I should say. So it's like, whoa, what? But that's a 10K difference. Why did you do that? Okay. You take both of these contracts and you throw them to what's called a title company. You email them. You don't actually throw them. Paper doesn't actually go that far. So you bring them to a title company, and the title company somehow, some way does their magic. Don't worry about what they do. That's just going to confuse you. Don't worry about it. Just worry about party A says yes to 127. Party B says yes to 137. Party A is from Zillow. Party B is just a Cardi B. Party B is just a person that we know, and I have the connections, right? So I have the people. I run a real estate account. They reach out to me. We send them to a title company, and the title company spits out 10 racks for us. Isn't that great? Okay. Well, during the title process, which is the closing and the finagling and the arranging of how I get 10K and recording the actual sale, connecting party A and B together, all kinds of shit hits the fan. And usually the shit that hits the fan is the buyer's not doing their thing. The lender's not doing their thing. Why are they not doing their thing? And my job is to be like, yo, do your job. All right, bye. And that's it. So today, the thing that we're yelling at the buyer about is you haven't signed
because the buyers typically they have their properties in separate LLCs, because if they get sued, only one property only one entity is affected as opposed to their whole entire portfolio. So we're waiting for that to get signed. And to my knowledge, I don't know, you can ask them for more info. I hope that's the only thing that's missing, but close of escrow is supposed to be this Friday. And if I go back to the agent with another extension, I'm going to get my head chopped off.
I know.
I'm trying to keep it.
Crazy. They said yes to the last one, didn't they?
They did. Yeah. And I put the agent in her spot. I'm like, yo, you can't do this. Like, you got to relax. This is going to close. And she's like, no, then I just fought with her, and I can't get into detail, but
Dude, yeah. You know, it's interesting. When I first started real estate, I was so high strung because every closing is like a crisis. Like literally, there's so few closings that don't have some sort of crisis. But at the end of the day, they get done. Do you know why they get done? The reason that they get done at the end of the day is because if they stop the closing with you, with us, they have to restart the entire process, of which there will be another crisis. There are no closings without crisis. Almost every single one has one. And that's just a headache to restart. So they don't want to do that. So I'm going to ask them to say it one more time. They need their LLC docs. Is that what LLC?
Faye said it was the lender or the title company. I'm not sure which one, but they're waiting for the buyer's signed LLC documents before they can issue the clear to close.
Hey,
Richard.
For Joanne Street, agent is or title is saying that we are waiting on the signed LLC docs. Either the lender or title company needs that in order to get the clear to close. Now we have burned our bridge with this agent. She hates us, like absolutely hates us. And we are afraid to go back and ask for another extension. So I'm just calling to see if we could get that signed and then over to title.
I don't imagine. So would you need LLC documents, or?
They're saying that we need the either the title company or the lender needs the signed LLC docs in order to get the clear to close for Joanne Street.
I don't think that'd be an issue at all. I just don't know what they mean by LLC signed docs. Are they talking about like an operating agreement, or like?
Well, let me loop in the wholesaler, because the wholesaler is a little bit more aware than I am. Sora, explain this to Quaid really quickly.
So basically, this is what Faye told me, that they just want the signed LLC documents before they can deem it closed. But I'm not sure, where that came from. And yeah, this is the only info I got for you in terms of that.
So I guess
And
he
this is
doesn't know
what
what they are. I
title
could
partners or whose title, and maybe I can call title and get it
let me
sorted.
maybe I could loop you in with Lexi really quick. Let me add Lexi. Hold on.
Okay.
Your call has been.
Oh, that means she's on the other line. So she's on the other line. I'm gonna put you in a group chat with Lexi with this request, and then maybe she can elaborate. I'll try to add in Faye there as well. Okay.
Say that again.
I'm gonna put you in a group chat with Lexi. I'll try to add in Faye as well, and
Okay.
maybe she can elaborate on this request.
Gotcha. Okay, that works.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye bye. Okay. Bear with me. I will connect all parties. Quaid, Lexi, and then Faye. Hey, Lexi, for Joanne Street, we need signed LLC docs to get the clear to close, and we have burned our bridge with the agent on extensions. It's supposed to close this Friday. Quaid isn't aware of this request, though. It came from Faye. Okay. Well, I just let her know about that, and hopefully that gets handled. But dude, I think you're in good hands, and I think this is going to push to close.
Yeah, no problem. I'm excited, man. I only do creative deals, so I've only closed creative. I'm excited to do like a regular DSCR deal. So
Well, this is great.
thank you for all your.
Yeah, this is great, man. Each one has their own hurdles. You know, I find that the hurdles with the non-creative finance deal are more so lender and buyer oriented, and with a creative finance deal, it's more so seller oriented. And I don't really want to do this, and I don't know about that, but you know, they all get closed at the end of the day. But what I will tell you, man, is, and I don't know too much about this, but I'll talk about it briefly. I just had lunch with Jason. Ellis. You guys know Jason Ellis, RR. You know, he's the guy with 300 units mobile home parks, and he is one of the most savvy entrepreneurs I have ever met. And he's talking to me about this $46,000 wire that he's showing me. He's talking about a $46,000 wire transfer to his account, and I'm like, okay, what is this? What is this? Break this down for me. And what he does is this. He goes on auction.com, which nobody uses auction.com. It's like untapped. It's dead. He bids on a property at auction.com for $17K. Keep in mind, the house is worth like $100,000. So he bids on this house for $17K. Nobody contests his bid. Nobody does. He bids for $17K. He gets the house. What he does is he goes to Buy Box Cartel, which connects you with buyers, and he calls just 2 people. So keep in mind, his total energy spent at this time is, there's a property, I'll bid 17. He forgets about it for 3 days. Notification on his phone. You've won the auction. We've accepted your 17. Here's the title of the property. He goes over to Buy Box Cartel, which is a website that has buyers for properties. You upload a property there, a buyer hits you up, et cetera, et cetera. It's like Zillow, but anybody can post on it. You don't have to be an agent or a seller to post on there. And a buyer hits him up. You know what that buyer offers? $46,000 higher than he has it. It says nice Airbnb, brother. You want to see the construction process for my Airbnb? I'll show you. Because usually you do construction on an Airbnb, right? There's a folder on my Instagram that says PDX house, and you can see when this house was down to the studs when I was doing the construction process on it, if you'd like to watch. But anyways, solid cope. Anyways, the thing is, he gets $46,000 wired to him. And here I am flipping houses using a contractor and a lender, and I'm going to make $46K on my next fix and flip. But I'm thinking to myself, damn, he did this with like 3 clicks of a button on auction.com. And the unfortunate thing is, you do need the 17K in order to do it. Yes, you need the 17K in order to do it. But the fortunate thing is, I'm talking to a guy on my stage right now who's doing one deal for 10K. Just one. And if he were to do two, he'd have that 17K. So the trajectory for you could look like this. Find me my next house to flip in Detroit. I'll give you $10,000. I don't care. Find one of my buyers their next house to flip. Find anybody in my network, anybody in my 7,000 person community their next house to flip. They'll give you 5 to 10K. Do it 2 more times. You've got enough to bid at auction. You bid at auction and you can turn that $17,000, that $15,000, that $10,000 into $50,000. And then once you're there, you're done. You're done. You don't have to work anymore. From now on, this is just what you do. You do one deal per month, you make $50,000 per month. And I'm just sitting here at lunch with him and I'm like, the feeling I'm feeling is this intense FOMO. I'm feeling intense FOMO because here I am still dealing with realtors when this method has just been sitting in front of me this entire time. And it's a method as old as time, bidding at auction. How do we join this community and find deals for your buyers? Oh, you just click the link in my bio and show up to class. Look at all these guys right here, guys. Look at all these people. You see all these people in my live stream? Isn't that insane? Look how many there are. There's 200 of them here. And they're just watching me do deals with people. So guys, I found a deal for one of my buyers today. And I didn't buy the house. I found a deal for one of my buyers today. And you know what they gave me? Look at this. I'm gonna scroll into my bank account and I'll show you what they gave me. This wire is so fresh, and this is not a screenshot, this is my actual bank account. This $7,000 wire is so fresh that it doesn't even have a date on it yet. I got it like 30 minutes ago. Isn't that insane? You find a buyer, you find what they're looking for, and then you find them a deal, and it doesn't have to come from me. The buyer can come from me, but it doesn't have to come from me. And they just send you money. And you know how many people are doing it right now? Oh my God, off the top of my head. So Yusuf is a student out of Africa. Bro lives in Africa, the continent of Africa. He lives there. He's got this deal on Glenfield Street under contract. Glenfield Street was listed for $70K. He got it for $60K. The buyer gave him $5,000. That's happening this week. Then he gets another package under contract, $10,000. Omar does the same thing, also out of Africa, another $10,000. There's this woman, Sue, in my Discord. She gets a 5-pack of duplexes in Memphis under contract, $20,000. So the reality is, when you DoorDash something, you pay exponentially more than that property is worth. You just do. Or I'm sorry, than the food is worth when you're DoorDashing. Buyers are the same way. They're the exact same way. They don't want to find their own deals. And if you find their deals for them in Memphis, in Detroit, in Cleveland, in Akron, in Dayton, in Canton, wherever it may be, Minneapolis, oh my God, they'll give you 5 to 10,000. And once you get that money, once you get that capital to start playing with, you can join the big boy leagues. I'm running 3 fix and flips right now, and those 3 fix and flips will make me $150,000, and I'm never going to leave my damn house. So I say this, before I started any of this, it felt like a puzzle that was just scattered across the floor. You have creative finance over here, auctions over here, fix and flips over here, contractors, title companies, realtors, sellers, buyers. And it's just like, I can't keep track of this. There's so much information in my head right now. And it's so exciting that I'm overwhelmed and I have analysis paralysis and I don't know where to start. But as you continue to show up to these live streams right here, what I'm showing you on my screen right here, as you continue to show up to these, what happens is absolutely unfathomable. The puzzle pieces of real estate scattered on the ground, all equally exciting. They condense and condense and condense and condense and condense and condense until you see a perfect roadmap, a perfect picture. And when you see that roadmap, when you see that picture, you know what to do. You know what to do. You're set and you can act on it. But the question remains, if you don't understand anything yet, how do you begin to understand something? And what is a good actionable place to start if you're a beginner? By the way, Sora, I think I just got a response on your issue. I'm going to check it in just a moment. The quickest way you can learn and the best way you can start before even taking action is join Hold My Hand Wholesale and just show up. Just show up. Don't do anything. Listen to this as one would listen to a podcast. Just sit quietly, just watch and watch other people do deals. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Hold My Hand Wholesale is $20 a month. That's it. There's no upsells. It's literally just $20 per month. Sit in the class as the rest of these people are doing and just watch. And if you guys are curious what they think about it, I mean, chat. Can I get your honest and truest opinions? Even if it's bad, make the chat explode with whatever you think. Good, bad. I'm not telling you to comment good things. What do we think? Worth or not worth? See this? This is what I'm telling you guys. This is what I'm telling you. I didn't tell them to say good things. A lot of them don't like me, maybe. So anyways, what I'm going to do right now, because I got to stop focusing on TikTok. I'm going to tell you guys how to get started, and I'm going to give you an action point. Okay? So I'm going to tell you how to get started, and I'm going to give you an actionable item. If you're on TikTok right now, this is Instagram, but it's virtually the same thing as TikTok. If you're on TikTok right now, there's a link in my bio. The bio is this part. This is what a bio is. If you click this link in my bio, you'll be brought to a page that says Join Hold My Hand Wholesale. It's the first link, Join Hold My Hand Wholesale. You're going to click on that. And then this is the most important thing. 90% of people who join, they never show up to class. I mean, I've got 200 people in this class right now, but I'll be honest with you, we have over 7,000 members. So most people just never show up. So it's very, very important that if you join, much like a gym membership, you show up. It's $20 per month, cancel it anytime, and just listen. Now, here's your actionable item. Here's what to do. If you don't know where to start, what I would do if I were you is I would look up a market like, say, Memphis, Tennessee. We'll look up a market like Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm going to give you a freebie here. I'll give you a freebie here. Go to Memphis, Tennessee. I'll share my screen. This is for everybody here who has joined Hold My Hand Wholesale and people who are looking to join Hold My Hand Wholesale. And I want you to put in a price filter of $60,000, 60K. And I'm going to price these high to low to see these 60K houses, right? I'm going to look for a 3-bed, 1-bath house. So let's do baths, 3 beds, 1 bath, apply. Let's do property type, house. Here's one. Okay. I know literally nothing about this property. Okay. Your actionable item, if you don't know what to do, is you're going to scroll down. You're going to call the realtor right here. Their name is right here. Look up their name. You'll find a phone number. And here's what you're going to say. You might want to record this. So this is what you do. Okay. Ready? I'm calling about your listing on East Alki or Alsea Road. Can you tell me what's wrong with the property so that I can make you an offer? Don't make an offer. That's it. Because I know how overwhelmed you are. I feel it myself from time to time, especially in the beginning. I did my first deal in 2021. It hasn't been that long. I haven't been doing that long, but look what it was able to afford me in such a short amount of time. Keep in mind, I bought this on year 3 of doing deals. Right? And I also bought it with creative finance, which is insane. Call them and say, what's wrong with the property? Let them yap. Say nothing, let them yap. Okay? Hang up the phone. Thank you so much for your time. Then 20 minutes later, offer them 50% of what they're asking. You don't even have to call them. Let's avoid the embarrassing moment. Let's avoid my seller does not want to do this. Let's avoid that entirely, okay? Let's just not do that. What's wrong with the property? let them yap. Thank you so much for your time. I'll get back to you shortly. 20 minutes later, yo, I can do this for 30K. Keep in mind, on the other side of this is a seller who's been trying to sell their property for guess how long? Wait for it. 189 days. And on the off chance that they say yes, you make anywhere from 5 to 10K. So that's the last thing I'm going to tell you guys on TikTok. I'm going to answer some questions now. Now, Sora, who actually has completed this process and did this process start to finish. And Mike, yes, I may. I'm going to see what Lexi said. Please let me know what LLC docs you need. Hi, Faye, followed up with a buyer regarding the LLC documents that need to be signed. I'll forward you the completed documents as soon as I receive them. Quaid is signing it. Okay, so he's signing it now. It's going back to Faye and it's going back to title. Okay, Sora?
Yeah, sounds good, man. I think Yusuf had a thing with Quay too, so he was trying to get your attention in the chat. I want to bring him up too.
Our new group leader, Yusuf? Of course.
Yeah. I gotta hop down.
Now,
but thank you for everything.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Great work. Now, one thing that I'll say to TikTok before we let TikTok just listen to what's happening here. My commitment, my role in this is I'll sit with you 2 to 3 hours a day. Okay? I'll sit with you 2 to 3 hours per day. And during that 2 to 3 hours, I'll look at your properties. I'll look at your deals. I will call your realtors and I will solve their objections, as I'm about to do with another student, Mike. So we've got a ton of these deals in closing, or we've got deals that we're trying to get in closing, and I'll call your realtors. I'll answer your questions. I'll look at your deals, and I will do that for 2 to 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Okay? Anyways, I'm gonna sit down because standing up is using a little bit too much energy. God, dude, Mike, I woke up at later than I've ever woken up today. Guys, I just got off I'm off of a 16-hour time change right now. In the Philippines, it's about 5 a.m. Oh, here's Lexi. Hold on, I gotta answer this.
No worries, bro.
So I'm very, very disoriented, but we're making it work. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm losing my mind. Auburn Street, Pinehurst Street. Do you have any idea where the purchase agreements are? Because Quaid's team doesn't have it, and your whole team's like gone for the day, and I have no access to the DocuSigns or anything.
Of course, they're in your email.
Oh, when did you email them to me?
2 hours ago.
Oh, okay. I'm sitting here going through all of the systems trying to find it. You never email. I love that. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to overwhelm you. I know how much you do.
No, it's okay. I just was trying to locate them fast, and the team left. And so, all right. Now, I know that EMD's due for this right now. I'm sending it to Quaid, but I don't have bottom line assignments or anything from them yet to promise EMD. So I'm trying to rush it. But how would they feel if we put EMD in the morning?
That's okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's all good. As long as we get it in the morning. I can just say, hey, we sent it, and we'll get a receipt by tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah, and then I guess the agent and none of this matters to me. So if you don't know, it's okay. But the agent for Joanne Street, I guess Quaid just needs to sign that, and it's all good.
No. So we're waiting for the appraisal. They rushed the appraisal, and so we're at the liberty of how fast the appraisal comes back to us. The lender's rushing it, but we have to hold them accountable. I mean, once they get the appraisal, then we'll get the clear. We just need the LLC documents. So as long as we get the LLC docs and everything else looks fine. As long as it appraises, we're good.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just crossing my fingers and toes that the appraisal comes
It's
in.
okay.
By Thursday still works very close.
I'm fine regardless. Lexi, after spending 3 weeks in a country where people literally live in huts and drink like infected water all day and do not live past like 50 or 60, all of this stuff seems so trivial to me. And I feel like from now on, I'm just going to not, I have so many texts and so many people yelling at me, and I just saw how all these people live, and I'm just thinking to myself, God, we have it so incredibly lucky. And these big issues that we seem to face every day that I absolutely tear my hair out over, it's really just not as bad as like I had a heart attack at 17 because I drank salmonella water every single day, which is like literally what's happening daily. It's insane.
Absolutely.
But anyways, spend some time in like a
Culture shock,
developing
huh?
nation, and holy shit, your perspective will change.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that I care, because I don't. I'm here just to make sure everybody else is taken care of. That's all.
I appreciate
You know,
I appreciate the
I
hell
don't
out
want
of
to
you.
let anybody down.
Thank you so much. No rush whatsoever on anything.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm here. Call me anytime. I'll let you know when EMD's in. Okay.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Bye bye.
All right.
Okay. Is a personal call with you more than $20 a month? Yeah, but I'm talking with Mike right now, and he's not paying anything more than $20 a month. In fact, I might have even comped his membership because of everything he does for us. Like we pay for a lot of people's. Did we pay for it or do we not? I don't remember.
Yeah, brother, I don't pay for it.
Okay, yeah. So he's in here for free right now. But it's because we do deals together. So of course I want to talk to Mike every single day. So Mike is in here for free, and a lot of other people are in here for free, and it's because we can do deals together. And I wouldn't say that if you're a valuable member of Hold My Hand Wholesale, which is something you have to work up to, but Sue is a valuable member and she's only been here for a month. Shit, man. Yeah, we can talk for free. I don't care. Anyways, you're probably next, Mike. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Honestly, this is more of a learning experience. You were going to call this agent and just kind of agree with the counter he was giving us and then just walk him down that lane. I really want to hear you do that.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything from this, to be honest, other than to learn.
Yeah, this is crazy because this is just a deal I gave you. And I was like, maybe you could do something with it. Maybe not. Who knows?
Exactly. Did you want to review the numbers again before you call him? I already texted him. He's aware of his phone this time.
Yeah. I honestly couldn't tell you shit about this deal. Catch me up to speed.
Yes, sir. So it's a triplex in Salt Lake, Utah. It should be in your DMs.
I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we sent him an offer of $525, $30K down, take over the mortgage, and $350 to the seller. He gave us a counter. He said, either price $550 with 10% down, 3% interest, 2-year carry, or $550 price, 15% down, same rate, 3-year carry. And yeah, I just, for me, that's like it's not a deal, but you said like we could walk him down that lane and just kind of get him to realize like, bro, we can't do this.
Hopefully my brain functions well enough to remember what that was, because I remember I had a really good response for it at the time, but I can't remember anything right now. So let's start with this. What does the property bring in and rent?
Yes, sir. Property is bringing in, let me just pull that up. 3,490.
Okay, so did you say 525 purchase price?
He wants 550 purchase price.
Okay, $550,000. What sort of down payment is he comfortable with?
He's asking for 10% on the first option.
He's asking for 10%. Okay, so $55,000. And Johnny Gambles, I agree with you, and I'll let you know that this is a good day for us, and it has me pulling out my hair, man. Almost like this is all smoke and mirrors. It is all smoke and mirrors. And the way you know it's all smoke and mirrors is because I definitely did not close 5082 East Diatomite Drive, Santan Valley, Arizona, 85143 today. That did not happen. That did not happen. No way in hell. And we are definitely not talking about 1131 West Arapahoe Ave in Salt Lake City, Utah. And you definitely cannot call the realtor right now and ask. That's not real. So it brings in $3,000 per month. We're looking at $550,000, $55,000 down. He wants
a 3% interest and a 2-year carry.
And a 2-year carry. And the taxes and insurance on this thing are about $500 a month or so.
I can verify that for you. 276 and 188.
Okay. 276 and 188. We're going to use $500. So we pay about $2,600 per month to the seller. It's rented out for, you said 3,100?
3,400. And remember that there is a mortgage on it that we'll have to take care of as well.
Oh shit. On top of it. So
yeah.
we're not financing 550. We're financing the equity. So we got to go back a little bit. What is the monthly payment on the loan and what is the balance?
Yes, sir. The balance is 310,000
Okay.
and the payment is 2,100.
Okay. So 310. So we're going to take 550. We're going to subtract 310,000. That's going to leave us with 240. And then what we're going to do is we're going to subtract our down payment of $55,000, which means that the seller is going to be financing $185,000 with us. So $185,000 financed at 3% is an additional $779 per month. So $2,100 plus 779. So we're going to pay about 29. And this is the last time I ask, I promise. And they are rented for $3,490. $3,500. Okay, so we pay 29. They're bringing in 35, and we put 55 down for that. Now the problem is, in 2 years' time, we're going to owe this guy pretty much what we owe him now. It's not going to change by that much. In 2 years' time, we're going to owe 177, and then on the seller, so 177, and then if he owes 310 now, call that 302 in 2 years. So we're going to owe him 479, and the house is going to appraise for about 500 or so, and we won't have a way to refinance him out of the deal. Now that's one way I could walk him down this path, but I had a much better solution for that. I had a much better way of going about it. It might have been slightly passive aggressive. What was I saying the other day when we were live?
Brother, I'm looking at my notes and I don't think I wrote it down, to be honest. I was gonna take notes as you called him and we didn't connect.
Go back to selling courses. You ain't cut for this. Okay, I'll leak my $7 million portfolio right now. Everybody take a screenshot. Here it is. Did you take a screenshot? Make sure to take a screenshot. There's a total of 28 of them. There's 28 houses there. Okay, did you take your screenshot? All right, because I just put myself at a little bit of risk just to body you. I hope that works. Thank you, appreciate it. All right. But the selling courses does well. I mean, call from Phoenix, Arizona, I can't take this. The selling courses does really well. I mean, we have 7,200 people paying $20 a month. That's $145,000 per month. So so you can see that we have the 7,000 people. That's 145 per month. I just showed you the 7K wholesale deal I got today. I do another 40 of those per month. And then I've got 3 flips in closing in a $7 million portfolio that I just leaked to you. So dude, let me put it this way. A single month of my financial activity is more than you'll do in like your entire lifetime. Like just my portfolio is more properties than your family name will own in the next 10 generations of your last name. And to clarify what I mean by that is, when you have a kid and your kid has 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 a kid, you still will not own the amount of properties I own today. Think about that when you go to sleep tonight. I'm going to call a realtor. Okay. So are we talking to Mr. Porter?
Yes, there we are.
Okay.
Porter.
All right. Yeah. Keep commenting. Drive that engagement, dog. Drive it up. Drive it up. Drive it up. Drive it up. Keep it going. So I'm largely going to talk to him about our refinance expectations because I think that's the biggest point here. You know, he wants us to do a 2-year carry, but the way that I make him whole in 2 years is I refinance him out of the property, but I'm going to owe him like $480,000 and the house is going to appraise for 500 and some change. And much like we said to the last guy, you know, we can only pull out 75% of what a property's worth.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen somebody cooked this bad live. I know, isn't it bad? Isn't it bad? It's like, oh my God, and you leaked the addresses. Holy shit, he can confirm the ownership. It's a devastating blow. It is.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Richard Taylor, buyer.
This is Porter.
Hey Porter, how you doing? My name is Richard Taylor. I was calling you about the Salt Lake City triplex. You've been talking to my acquisitions partner Mike on that.
Yeah.
I think we were pretty close to coming to terms. Is now an okay time to talk?
Yeah.
Perfect. So your seller, so that I understand, has given us a couple options. One of them being $550,000 with a $55K down payment, 3% seller carry on the equity and the debt taken over.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're really close on that. My only question about it is, in 2 years' time, I'm going to owe him about $485 when you add the equity and the mortgage together. And I would imagine in 2 years it'll appraise for somewhere in the 500s. We can only, or let's say it appraises for 600. Let's say it appraises for 600. Like in 2 years, $600,000 valuation. I can only take out 75% of what a property is worth on a refinance. So the way that I'm going to make your seller whole in 2 years is I'm going to refinance. I'm going to take out a second mortgage, but the bank will only leverage me up to 75% of what a property's appraised value is, which is usually a little bit lower than a seller's asking price is. So even if the property appraises for 600, I'm still going to owe your client more than the property appraises for. And I think the reason for our 6-year term on this is, as you're seeing now, we can't really anticipate when a sale actually happens. And to get your seller a figure of money on a defined date, it's got to be a refinance. But in a 2-year period of time, we've offered your seller an offer price such that we won't be able to pull out that equity in that time. Does that make sense?
I get what you're coming at, but it's speculation, right? Like, because it very well could appraise for more, and it also could appraise for less.
Well, let's say it appraises for $650.
I get what you're saying.
That's $100K appreciation in 6 years when the Federal Reserve has predicted a downturn, right?
Right.
So the Federal Reserve seems to think that we're about to go through a pretty significant downturn, but let's disagree with the Federal Reserve. They don't know what they're talking about, right? Let's say the property goes up by $100,000 in 2 years' time. I still owe your seller more than the property can appraise for. So that's if the Federal Reserve they're just lying. The Federal Reserve, they don't know what they're talking about. We're going to see appreciation like we saw back in 2019. Unprecedented levels of appreciation, 100K in 2 years. I still can't refinance enough to make your seller whole in that scenario. So I think rather than going to your seller and giving him my counter of a 6-year term, what if we go to your seller and say, hey, we can only pull out 75% of what a property's worth, and he's going to owe you 90% of what the property's worth in 2 years' time, even if it appraises for well above what it's worth now. Because
You guys can come back with whatever terms works.
Your seller's going to have to sue me at the balloon. So if your seller did this, he would literally have to foreclose on me at the balloon. Like he'd jump into a lawsuit with us. You're telling me that that's something he'd want to do? Because I'm thinking that this is not something he'd even want to do, even if I agreed to it.
No, no, I don't think on somebody, of course.
Because in order to get the property back when I default on my balloon, we're jumping into a lawsuit. And it's not even like, oh, well, maybe we are. Let's say the Federal Reserve is lying and we jump $100,000 in 2 years, which is truly an unprecedented level of appreciation. But let's just say it happens. Even then, we can't do it. So it's not even about my desire and changing his offer. I love his offer. I love his terms. That's why I'm on the phone with you right now. It's just like we're saying, draw me a circle, but make sure the circle has 4 sides. So I totally want to do this deal, but maybe it would be best if we planned a call with the seller so that I could explain this to him and say, hey, I love your 2-year term. I just need to know how to make you whole in 2 years.
Sure. We could do whatever, but I'm just telling you, hold it for longer than 2 or 3 years. That was the big hang up for them. And if, they're offering very, very competitive.
They're great
interest rates.
They're great terms. I love the interest rate.
And offering, you the opportunity to buy a property for less than 20 banks require for conventional financing on investment property.
Totally agree. I've got a number of these other properties on financing arrangements. I love your guys' terms. I want to get a deal done with you. I just don't want to have your seller sue me at the balloon,
Yeah, and are you in that, like that's going to be the case in two or 3 years? Like,
Well,
I'll
put it this way. If a property is worth, let's say, $500,000 and you want to get a loan against that property, the bank is prevented, like legally, from giving you a loan above 75% of what that property is worth. They can't leverage themselves more than that. So if a property appraises at 500, you can only pull out 375. And we know that appraisals typically are pretty strict based on the comps. So what I'm saying is, even if the property appraises well above what we buy it for today in 2 years' time, I can only pull out 75% of that, and I'm going to owe your seller 90% of that. So what I mean to say is that I love your financing terms. I think they're really good. But in order to deliver that sort of equity in such a short period of time, it has to be by a refinance, because you can't really plan when a sale is going to happen. And frankly, I'd like to own it longer than that. And
or you guys got to bring more money down to get to the
we're talking, right? But in order to pay your seller off, to get to that, we're talking about bringing like another $75,000 in cash to the table. It's just a ton of money. So I think probably our best course of action is to say, hey, our buyer's really close to these terms. And I can send you some credibility that'll make them want to hop on the phone with me. I've got 1 million followers for real estate investing, $7 million portfolio, 28 properties across the United States. If we send him the portfolio, which I'll give it to you, and say, hey, this guy's really serious. He's got a ton of other multifamily properties just like this one. He just had some questions about the terms that we think are best to connect you two on. I'll say, hey, man, I really want to get this done. By the way, how do I refinance you in 2 years? Do you have a lender that'll do 90% LTV? And he'll say, oh, no, I don't have that. And I'll say, yeah, me neither, man. Well, how do we get this done? And we'll just kind of put our heads together. And I think it's likely that we'll be able to come to some terms here that result in your commission being paid.
I mean, go ahead and send me that packet for you guys.
Sure.
Kind of with what you're thinking on it. We're happy to look at it. Obviously, I'll send it to the seller and talk to them and have a discussion with them at the very least. I mean, I don't know. They might just say, hey, we want to get our full money in 2 or 3 years. And if that means that the bank will only give you 75%, but you owe 90%, then you have to bring in the additional equity to be able to get to that LTV like a normal purchase. Because at that time, that's what it has to become. Then maybe it won't work if that's what the sellers want and this is what you want.
The way that I position things is I don't think negotiating and just saying no to 2 years is a very effective solution. The way that I get my negotiations done for all the other properties I own, which are all on creative financing arrangements like this, anywhere from 6 to 30-year balloons, is I say, how do I get it to you? Like, what's the best way to do that? And they will sort of talk themselves into a corner where they realize, wait a second, you can't refinance 90% out of a property. It just doesn't work. And then we eventually come to terms. So I'm not going to, I think if you go to your seller and say, hey, he doesn't say 2, he says 6, they're going to say, no chance, I would never do that. But I think if we all get on a phone call together, me, you, the seller, your commission will be paid and in your pocket in 20 days.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like I'm happy to present, or
let's pitch a call.
Time to have a discussion. So
yeah, I'll send you my portfolio. We'll pitch a call. It's a ton of properties, just like the one that we're offering on now in similar locations. I own a number of them in Denver, and hopefully we can have a conversation about this shortly here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your leniency on this, and hopefully we can have a conversation soon. I'm going to send over my portfolio to Mike, and hope to be in touch soon.
All righty. And your name? What was your name?
Richard Taylor.
Richard Taylor. Okay. Sounds good, Richard.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Yo! Where's the you're not cut out for this guy? Where did he go? Where is he? Where's the you're not cut out? I gotta know because that was pretty clean. Oh my God. That's a clip. Holy shit. dude. Crazy. As I always say, you'd have to be on substances to feel the same level of excitement you get from real estate negotiations. It's just insane. And bro left the chat. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Okay. All right, guys. That was nasty. We're going to have another phone call with him. He was like, which is literally what I said he was going to do a couple days ago. I don't remember what I said I was going to say, but that is what I said he was going to do. Holy. Okay.
I'll send them your portfolio and I'll schedule the call with him and the seller.
Dude, thank you so much. Portfolios in your DMs. All right. And then there's 3 you can add to that aren't in there.
I think you had posted your own PDF. I have that. I saved it from the last live you posted.
Oh, shit. Use that.
Yes, sir. I will send that.
Okay.
All right, brother. We'll be in touch. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You didn't land it, buddy. Don't get happy. You're right. There are still more conversations to have. It's more so about taking the agent from a brick wall to a position where he's willing to hear what we have to say and getting on the phone with the seller. So you are right. The deal is not done. There are still more conversations to have. It's more so about, I'm not going to talk. And then we bring him to a speechless point because you all heard him stutter. You all heard him say, right? We all heard that, right? I think we all heard that. And now we're going to have an amazing conversation with the seller. And what you need to understand is talking to a seller is so much easier than talking to a realtor. They're other investors. They see reason, man. But you're right. You know, there are more conversations to have, and I understand that. Okay, so we got a couple more people to talk to today. Let's talk to Yusuf. It's late where he is. Yusuf, how's being a group leader, man? What's it like?
It's fine. I did my first live on Saturday at 9 a.m. PST. Yeah.
Dude,
which is 7 p.m. my time. So it was nice.
did people join that live stream?
Yeah, they did. Thank God.
I mean,
hopefully I did
they should, dude. You're absolutely killing it right now. So you have Glenfield in closing, and then there's another package deal that you have in closing, right?
Yeah, they did inspect Buckingham today, so I just wondering what was like the inspection looking like. Because actually, you remember the Buckingham deal? I thought it's rented out for $1,200, right? You know how much is it rented out for?
How much?
$1,400 Section 8.
$1,400 per property?
No, for each property. Each property is rented out for $1,400.
So it's $2,800 coming in?
Yeah.
Is this going to
and that kind of shit, why didn't I knew this earlier? Because they just increased it 2 days ago. So it's a Section 8 rental, and they just have like the papers and everything. And they just had like the new lease agreements with the rental increase. So I talked to Mara and told her, hey, what about we increase like the salmon fee to like $70K or something? It will make sense though. The cash on cash return is perfect. And she told me, I'll be honest with you, I never did that before, and it will be bad. They will feel bad. So
yeah, it's bad form. It's bad form, guys. When I know sellers,
she's right.
Sellers do this to us all the time, where they switch up on us. But when I tell a buyer a number, even if I figure out it's better than I said it was, I gotta stick on that. So is this going to Joseph and Quaid?
Yep.
Great. And that just got inspected today. Should I let him know about the increase?
Oh, I did let them know. Joseph
aware?
called me. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, they are aware. Yeah.
Perfect.
So 66 for each one. Actually, not 5K, so 12K salmon fee for both. But they inspected only one, which is Buckingham. I just want to know how the inspection goes. If you can ask Quaid, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Let me give Quaid a call and ask him. Hey, by the way, you should let Omar know that I made his deal happen. They're going through. Inspected, passed.
Oh, really?
inspection.
Awesome. Yeah. He just talked to me recently, and he kind of, it's his first deal, and he's not getting updated. Usually I get updated from the TC team.
Yes.
You get my point.
Yes, Omar.
But you signed it, so yeah, I understand it.
I got everything back on track today. So I talked to Sharon. I got everything back on track today. $10,000. He's big balling, just like you.
Awesome.
Okay, so Wow. So you've got Glenfield and this one, and then that potential creative one that we'll talk about here shortly after I call.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing much about it till now. They still didn't send me the mortgage balance and the monthly payment, so I'm just waiting for it.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. Well, follow up with them on that. Time kills all deals, so definitely follow up with them on that. But I'm gonna call Quaid, and gosh, my brain is moving slowly. I can't believe I was able to talk to that guy like that. Oh no! Don't tell me I just forgot what you told me to ask about. What? I'm so sorry.
Quaid, yeah, the inspection. They inspected Buckingham property today.
Dude, I woke up like 2 hours ago thinking it was 8. Look at my eyes. Isn't that insane?
Oh god.
Isn't that crazy? There's
So it's like 13 hours difference from Philippines time.
Right now in the Philippines, it is 6 a.m. It's 6 a.m. in the Philippines right now. So
Wow.
Guys, I flew in last night, or today technically, at 1 a.m. and I got home and I slept for I slept for 12 hours. I've never slept for 12 hours before, but I slept for 12 hours. I didn't wake up once, and I woke up thinking, "Oh, it's morning." I checked my phone. It's 1, and Jason Ellis, RR, the group leader, is at my door, and he's like, "I'm here," and I'm like, oh my god, what's going on?" So we're gonna call him, and I thank you guys for your patience with me. I feel a little bit slow right now, but we're working on it. Do you have more license? I don't have any
Hey, Richard.
Hey, for Buckingham, you guys got that inspected today with Yusuf. He asked me to give you guys a call and see how that inspection went.
Okay, I believe I saw that email earlier. Maybe that hasn't complete. I don't have it back from the inspector yet.
Yeah, I figured it takes a little bit of time here. And then as far as EMD on the Pinehurst and the other one, Lexi's getting that submitted, but just have your guy refund her by tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just had talked with Mason and Joseph just a moment ago.
Okay. All right. Cool. Should be all good then.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Text in. Bye-bye.
I see it.
If I join your pro membership, don't join my pro membership. It's not ready yet. Do not join my pro membership. It's not ready. We have to film the course on that. It teaches you how to sell your own deals without us. So our pro membership is awaiting a course that's going to be filmed. Don't join it. Join Hold My Hand Wholesale Basic, the $20 per month one, and then just show up to class. But we'll let you know about that. Yeah, Yusuf usually takes a little bit more time. But as far as your creative deal, we're just waiting on the dude. I would bug the hell out of him, man. That's a great deal. But let me ask you this, because I can probably do some estimation on your deal. I'm going to do a little bit of estimation. Is this Stopel?
Stopel, yeah.
Okay, let me estimate a little bit. Okay, so they owe $253,000, and it says their $253 cost them $1,600 per month. However, there's taxes and insurance, which I'm going to guess are probably about $700 a month. I know that we think they're less than that, but I'm going to guess they're about $700. That would lead their mortgage payment to about $2,300, and this thing is occupied at what?
$2,900.
Okay, so the play on this, Joseph, oh my God. Oh man, Yusuf, the play on this is probably a fee to take over their debt flat out, because I know that they're asking.
I thought that too.
I know that they're asking a lot more, but dude, I want to bring this to your attention. Look at this. You see the value versus the loan?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I'm going to send you a list of comps so that you can do battle with the agent, because it is clear cut as hell. Check this out. These are the comps, dude. You know, I get that your seller is asking 325, but dude, these comps illustrate a 288 valuation all day long, and we're willing to do this deal. But I think the thing is, man, I'll give you 25 or so, maybe $27,000 to take over your position on the mortgage. That's probably what it's going to be. And I honestly, dude, Yusuf, I know you haven't done a mortgage takeover, but I bet we could get it. I bet we could get it.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering actually. If you could like give her a call, she knows you because you called her. I never called her, by the way. It was only by email. And if you can like pitch her that,
Yeah.
I thought that could work actually, because even if you looked into the sales comms and Zillow, like the highest multifamily sale was in the 200s, and they are putting the property for like 300 and stuff. So I thought like even though the cash out refinance will be a little bit harder too.
Dude, very doable. But as far as the refinance, there ain't not going to be any refinance, man. This is going to be an all-out fee, an outright fee, to take over the
Gotcha.
deck here. So
I can text you her number if you
yeah,
if you
let
don't
me
mind
let it
calling
rip,
her.
man. Let me let it rip. I'm somehow seemingly doing okay on the phone right now.
Okay, I texted you her number.
What's the temperature outside?
It's about 96 degrees outside.
Oh, I'm going swimming for sure, bro. Holy shit. Dude, there's smoke on the horizon. It's a shame that my boat isn't in the water right now. Damn. I can't believe it. It's almost 100 degrees. It's 100 degrees outside, damn near. Wait, Mike, where are you? You say it's 105 where you're at, Mike? You're in Arizona right now? Or is that where you live? Do you just live in Arizona? Oh, you live over there. Damn. Dude, what's crazy is I'm not far from the ocean, Mike. I'm like an hour from the ocean, and we're seeing that level of temperature here, which is insane. Yeah, I would love to be on the boat right now, but I'm having these wake tabs inserted on it. They're essentially like, you know how the boats have their back deck that you can stand on? Imagine an extension that goes onto the back deck, under the back deck, and you have a button on your boat and you press it, and the thing and the tabs go. Damn, something cool just passed upstairs, but the tabs go down like this and they scoop into the water, and then you just get a massive ass wave at that thing. So I'm pretty excited for that. How can I see Richard's screen? It's click the link in my bio and join Hold My Hand Wholesale. 77 in Minnesota right now, and so nice. Wow. I'm kind of happy about this weather because, guys, I just came from the Philippines and I stepped outside today and I'm like, oh, it's so nice out. It's so nice out today because it's I mean, dude, you wouldn't believe how hot it feels due to the humidity. But anyways, we're gonna keep going here. So Yusuf, let's go ahead and get a phone number. Okay. So Yusuf is going to send that to me. Got it. What's her name?
Desiree. I don't know. I don't know how to spell that.
Desiree?
Desiree, yeah.
Desiree? Okay. Let's talk to her.
Hello, Desiree speaking.
Hi, Desiree. My name is Richard Taylor. We spoke some time ago about Stopel in Detroit. I was the landlord who was interested in that one.
Hey, how are you, Richard?
Doing really well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
We found out there was a mortgage on it, and I did a little bit of estimation as to what the mortgage might cost. And I'm thinking your seller owes about $253,000, and I'm thinking it costs him about $2,300 a month, which of course, well increases the payments that we had talked about. But I think it's still doable. I just did this other deal on Covert Street in Detroit where the seller owed exactly what the house is worth. And we just stepped into their position on the mortgage and made those payments for them on the mortgage. And I was thinking that we could probably do something similar on this if your seller was open to it and still get the deal done. We just needed to get a little bit of clarity on the exact mortgage payment here so we could understand how much to pay them to take it over.
I did reach out to her a couple times to get that information, the balance and the monthly payment. I'm just waiting to hear back from her.
Oh, sure.
She does do a fair bit of traveling, so unfortunately she's slow to respond. But I left her another message this morning. If I don't hear back by this evening, I'll give her another call first thing in the morning to see if I can get those numbers so we can see if it'll all work out.
Yeah.
And I'll mention that structure to her. So are you thinking then the structure becomes you just take over the mortgage?
I'll just buy her out of it. I'll just pay the closing costs and I'll give you guys a good fee to buy her out of the mortgage.
Okay.
Now maybe you could send me some separate comps here, but I pulled a list of comps on this and they're going anywhere from like 240 all the way up to like 290 or so. So I thought we were pretty close. Assuming that she owes around 250, I could probably give her like a multi 5-figure fee to cover your commission and buy her out such that they're satisfied with us taking over this debt. And then I'll
Got
also
it.
send you
Okay.
2 properties that I just did this on because she could even talk to the sellers too. Like, hey, what was it like having somebody take over your mortgage? Because I know it's a little bit of a different arrangement than the seller financing that we had initially proposed.
Right. Okay, yeah, that would be great. If you
Sure,
want
yeah.
to send me those, that would be excellent. And I can walk her through that. And again, if she has any questions, perhaps if it makes sense to jump on a phone call with all 3 of us, we could do that too.
Yeah, sure. These are ones that happened in the past 2 months or so. And I'll give you the seller's contact information. You'd be like, hey, what's it like having somebody else just take over your mortgage for you? And they can talk about the credit and how their credit was reset and how they could get new loans, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I appreciate it. I'll make sure to get that right over to her and then I will track her down for those numbers.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Have a great night.
Bye-bye. Okay, so I have 2 that I just did here. I did one on Covert, and then I also did one on where was it? Lappin. Covert and Lappin Street. So the addresses on those are 6743 Covert Street and then 16108 Lappin Street. And these are all like past 2-month deals. So guys, be careful about the fraud accounts that follow you. Do be careful about that. There are a lot of fake fraud accounts. So I think that was a productive conversation, Yusuf. And Yusuf, dude, I think I'm gonna save this, bro. I think I'm gonna save this.
You're the best, man. Yeah, I thought it will not be a go, to be honest, about like, because they owe a lot of money and kind of like the cash flow will be really minimum, but mortgage takeover will be the deal for sure.
Yeah, dude, I would say Michael Murphy. I got you, Michael. I would say that if you add mortgage takeover to your arsenal, Yusuf, you can 2x your deals. Because remember, 70% of my deals right now are mortgage takeover. So I know that this isn't a strategy that you use too often, but dude, you don't need to understand a whole lot of moving pieces. The title company handles everything for you. But if you can add that to your arsenal of offers to make, you're going to become a weapon, dude. I mean, you already are, but like, holy shit. If you have cash deals, which you have on lock, you have cash deals on lock so hard right now. And what you should know is that cash deals are like low key harder to understand than mortgage takeover deals. Mortgage takeover deals, we don't care about the condition as much, just like seller finance. We don't care about the condition as much. And the interest rate can be super high. We can overpay for the properties. It turns deals that don't work into anybody to amazing deals that print usually 5 to 10K checks. I wouldn't say it's bigger than 5 to 10K. Most of the time, 5 to 10K.
Richard, quick question regarding mortgage takeover. Do the taxes get reassessed or the taxes does not? Exactly. That's awesome because in Detroit, the taxes are going up crazy high right now. You saw the taxes for a two-bill. If you purchase it, like it'll be $1,100 a month.
Disgusting.
It's like the taxes in California. I was shocked.
Dude, it's literally disgusting. I hate it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I will try to learn more about it, and hopefully we're gonna close this deal too.
And remember, for fix and flips, taxes just don't really matter. They just don't really matter because you buy them in terrible distressed condition. The taxes stay super low. And then as far as the buyer's concerned, they're not holding it. They don't care about it. So I would also open yourself up to destroyed properties. I know you tried those a little bit.
I have one for you.
Good. I'm ready for it. Let me let me check it out tomorrow here because I got a ton of other people to help. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send your agent the those 2 deals here. So it's that 734 number you just sent me, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And for everybody in TikTok who's like fighting for my attention right now, remember my main focus is Hold My Hand Wholesale, which is $20 per month. And I'm on here every single day. Even on vacation, I was on here every single day. So if you guys hop on Hold My Hand Wholesale, which is linked in my bio, first link in my bio, join the live streams. They're usually at 1:30 p.m. Pacific. We can chat every single day. Just be active in my chat and I will bring you up to the very best of my ability. And even if I don't bring you up, the questions that other people ask, you'll find that they apply to the issues that you're experiencing and they can answer your questions as well. So I'm going to text her. I'm going to say, hey, thanks for your time. This is Richard Taylor. 2 houses in Detroit that I just did this on were 1, Covert Street, $5,000 assignment fee. And then 2, wow, I can't wait to go swim after this with this warm water that's out here. And 2, Lappin Street in Detroit. And then I'll say seller contact. This closes in 2 days. And then I'll say closed 2 to 3 months ago. Okay, so let me grab the seller contact really quickly. So Chris, Detroit contractor, that was his house. Hey, I'm pretty sure Quaid just signed that, Sora. So well, let me just check really quick. Yeah, Sora, you're good. Where's my guy, Sora? Garen. Let's let Sora know. Just waiting on appraisal now. John, I probably have to do that tomorrow, man. So Covert Street, Detroit, Michigan, seller contact, but I'm going to get to everybody else on stage here. And then let me get the other one. What are your calories for your cut? Ooh, the cut. We're gonna do that at probably 2,600 per day. 2,600 per day, I would say, because I'm just shy of 6'2", 188 pounds. So, and then everybody on stage, get your properties ready. Okay. Sorry for the delay here, guys. Thanks for waiting. So we're going to talk to next, Yusuf, you're all good, right?
Yep. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate
Absolutely. Go to bed. See ya. It's late where he is. He's in Egypt. Mr. Cruz, what's going on, dog?
What's up, Richard? So I'm talking to this agent who has 3 multifamilies, and I offer seller finance on all of them. I just need some credibility.
That's my job, man. Credibility is my middle name, Richard Credibility Taylor. Okay. What do you need from me?
So yeah, so if you want to just take a look, I send you the link for the 4 unit. If you want to just quickly take a look at it, and I'll tell you the terms, and then I send you a screenshot of all the information they're asking, IDs, LLC documents, and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, let me just understand the deals first, really quickly here. So,
Yeah, sounds good.
Because I just need to make sure that these do make sense. I know that you probably have great deals. What city are these in?
Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Oh, great market. Love Milwaukee. Good cheap market. And what type of properties are they?
So one is a 4 unit, and the other 2 are duplexes.
4 unit and duplexes. Love that. Okay. So we're looking at an 8 unit portfolio, and seller finance, mortgage takeover, or hybrid.
I offer seller finance for all of them, so just separately. I didn't do it all together.
Great. So there's no mortgage on them.
Not from PropStream, no. And he didn't bring it up either.
Okay, great. No mortgage. Awesome. Love that. And then I guess we'll start with one of the duplexes. What is your purchase price?
So the better one that has better rent would be $290, $30K down, $750 a month, 6-year balloon.
Rented for like 2,500 or so.
It rents for 22, and the PITI is almost 1,100.
Second one.
The other duplex, that one, the rent is lower, so I left it at their asking price. I didn't offer above. That one is $265, $30K down, $650 a month. Rents $1,850 and PITI $1,030.
Works. Sufficient. Love it. I almost wish we could package those, but it's okay. That's okay. Either or works. Especially if one of them is in bad condition, you're safer that way.
That's why I wanted to just offer differently, just in case.
Yeah,
but pictures
because if one of them's cooked, dude, yeah, this is a good idea, especially if one of them needs a new roof. And then quadplex, what are we talking?
600K, 50K down, 1,200 to the seller, 7-year term. It rents for $3,525. PITI is $1,950.
Dude, you're looking at like 30 bands for this package here.
Hopefully, bro, I'm trying to do a flip.
Dude, that's nasty, man. That's actually heat. That's very, very good. Let me get you everything you need for that. So you need my driver's license, you need a bank statement.
I sent you the screenshot of everything he was asking: name, address, phone number, email for the investors involved, photo ID, LLC documents. But then he wanted social security. I don't know.
I can't give you my social security number. I just can't do that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But I'll give you my address. I'll give you my address. I'll give you my email. If he wants, he can look me up on social media. And then as far as articles of incorporation, I've got you there. As far as a bank statement, I can get you there. So here's one from May 1st to May 29th. The reason I didn't give you the June one is because I spent like $200,000 in June, and it looks like I took a net loss because I technically did. But if he needs it, he can have it. The money still came in. I just didn't make very much there. And then he probably also wants credit documents. I've got credit documents. If he wants an updated one, that's from a month ago showing a 700 something credit score. So you've got my address, my email, my Instagram, my driver's license, my articles of incorporation, a bank statement, and my credit report. Do they also need one of my teeth?
Yeah, blood type too.
Okay, cool. Is this you want to start with that and then see what else they need? I'm sure it's more.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. I'll let you know if he wants to hop on a call. He didn't say it. The seller just wanted all that info because the seller is also an agent. But yeah.
Well, hopefully that suffices. The only thing that I'm concerned about when I give him this information is that I redacted the part of my LLC or my bank statement that says "Hold My Hand Wholesale LLC."
Yeah.
And it just says "Hold My Hand." He might ask about that, but my name is on that, so let me know if that
Yeah.
works.
Okay, sounds good. Do you just want to take a look at the Zillow listing, see how they look to you?
Yeah, I'd love to. As long as
So-
are we looking at Appleton or something else?
Yeah, that's the 4 unit. I'll send you the other duplexes. There's not many pictures, but they don't look cooked per
Yeah,
se.
roof looks nice. Pretty lived in. Yeah, just lived in properties. Oh, they look good actually, man. Wow.
Yeah, the driveway is clean. They got parking in the back.
Dude, gosh, if I just had a little bit more money, I might buy this off you. Man, if I just had a little bit more, it would just cost me like 60, 70K, and I've only got like $100,000 in my investment account right now. Yeah, I don't know if I have the capacity to buy it, but man, I got Appleton, I'd so buy that shit, dude. That's so good. That's really good, dude. Love it. Anyways, this is very, very good, dude. I'm assuming the duplexes are in similar condition.
Yeah, I send you the links if you want to take a look at them too.
No, it's all good. We'll move on. Thank you so much, dude. Let me know if
Appreciate
there's
it.
anything else you need, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
And then I'm guessing they're gonna want me to sign the contract on that, or are they probably cool with you signing it?
I mean, it's seller finance, so I thought you would sign all seller finance, right?
Yes, of course, always. I have no doubt in signing these whatsoever. I was just
Okay.
curious if that was a part of it. So I'll bring you up tomorrow, okay? Or maybe I'll bring you
Okay.
up on Thursday because they probably need to hear back.
Yeah, so I'll just send him all that now and see what happens, and then if it's tomorrow, then I'll just let you know.
Okay. On Thursday at 1 p.m., remind me to bring up Cruz.
Okay, I added bring up Cruise for
Urgent for his deal. All right, we'll keep bringing people up. Okay. I think Ren was next. Ren, what's going on, man?
Hi, Richard. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So I got a 0% seller finance deal accepted. However, don't get your hopes up yet because I heard what you were talking to Kent about earlier, and it is a condo. Now, I wouldn't even bring it to you if the terms weren't what they were. The PITI is like $1,300, but it rents out and is bringing in $2,500 a
We'll
month.
take it. If the cash flow is there, somebody will pick that shit up.
Okay, sweet. So then the next question I would have is the agent sent me an email that said, my broker needs the purchase agreement in the attached following docs. And then she sent me this is residential contract and a residential contract for sale and purchase. Now, I have no idea what to do with that information, but I figured you would.
Okay, yeah. So did the agent send you a purchase and sale agreement? Is that what you're saying?
It looks like it. It says residential contract for sale and purchase. And then the other document says as is residential contract for sale and purchase. And then but the email says my broker needs the purchase agreement attached to the following docs. But she sent me the docs. So I'm kind of confused on what she means, to be honest.
Okay. Well, for a seller finance deal, we can use their contract, but they would just need to write their terms into their contract. So it can be the residential purchase and sale agreement or the state approved form, which is pretty much the same thing. It just needs to have the seller finance terms written into it. So I'm okay with that. Just check to see if your seller finance terms are actually written into that agreement.
Okay, I can do that. And then
quickly though, is it seller finance or are you taking over debt?
It's seller finance. So
Nice.
it was listed for 175. I offered 200 with 20K down, payments of $1,000 a month, and they said yes.
I love it, and we will take that. Have you confirmed on PropStream that there's no mortgage on it?
Yes,
Great.
it says they have 100% equity at free.
Dude, if you're producing passive income like that, we could care less. Your condo is a vehicle for passive income. So honestly, that's great. The reason we don't typically like condos is because they don't ever cash flow for shit because of the HOA. Have you calculated your HOA on these properties?
I believe I would have to double check. I believe so.
Check your HOA
on this
because
condo.
they're usually
on this
above and
condo
beyond.
specifically, it's like minimal. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would ask, because one of the reasons investors shy away from condos is because they've got dummy high HOAs attached to them. So just figure out your HOA, but it should be all good to go. The contract is fine. Make sure they write their seller financing terms into it, and don't say anything about assignment, but put that shit into AI, ChatGPT. Just download it to your files, throw it into ChatGPT. It's fully free, and say, is there a non-assignment clause in here? And I will tell you next steps if there is, but if there isn't, you're good to go. And I would let me know when you finally have this under contract, because my team is conditioned to reject all condos. However, I can get this through.
Okay, so and then I had a couple other deals that were maybes that haven't quite been accepted yet. But so the agent that I called for this condo sent me 2 other duplex properties, but and I offered the similar terms, and the seller was open to it. But then they came back and they said that the monthly payments were a little bit low. And even if I could only, and I went through holdmyhandwholesale.group, and even if I increased it 150, $200, it brought the cash flow down like well below 20%. So there wasn't much I could do on that.
Cash flow at 20% on seller finance. That's only a cash restriction. 20% cash flow on seller finance is not needed because seller finance is just so inherently desirable, man.
Okay, well then, the other thing that they were willing to do, I had not heard before, but they were wanting, basically, since the original offer, the payments were too low, they were willing to remove the monthly payments entirely if they were still able to rent out one of the 2 units in the duplex.
Yes.
Is that something we can do?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So I'll get back to her on that. And then the final one was
no monthly payments to the seller.
Yeah, they said they were willing to remove the monthly payments entirely.
And they'll pay us rent, or no rent.
They'll pay us rent for 1 unit, and then they'll take the rent from the other unit.
Could we just comp their rent where they don't have to pay their rent, so we only collect rent from one? It's pretty much the
I
same.
believe so.
Okay, yeah, that would
I
work.
believe so.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, hell yeah, get creative with it.
And then the final property, which is also a maybe, is very, very big. So it's not an individual condo, but it's a condominium building that's 22 units.
Love it.
That is cash flowing at 28, 29%.
Yes.
And they said they were interested in the offer that I made them. So I'm calling them back again tomorrow for to see if they wanted to accept it.
Dude, so the cool thing is about those fees on those big boys, they're anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000.
Yeah, the listing price was 1.85 million. I offered them 2.1 with 10%, 0% interest, and they're saying they're interested.
Make sure you've got like a 7-year balloon on that thing, because you're pretty high over list. But good. Yes, this is that, dude. Those are heat, bro. If you can lock up a condo complex, heat. Very different from an individual condo. Very interesting. And I have lots of buyers for that, and the fees they're massive. The type of shit you could live off of for a whole year. So we love it when you get stuff like that.
Sweet. Awesome. Could you bring me up tomorrow and I will follow up with you on these?
Yeah. Tomorrow at 1:45 p.m. Remind me to bring up Ren.
Okay. I added.
It says Renee. Ren. Yeah. Dude, nice. How long have you been here?
About a month and a half. So yeah. I was in here about 2 years ago, actually, for a little while. But because of like school and other things that I had going on at the time, I was just having trouble finding the time to call. Right. But now I have more free time, so I've been calling in my free time, and I've got these things on the line here. Dude,
these are really, so everything you showed me is great. I love it. what do you think that you're doing that other people may not be doing? Because, you know, there's people who have been in here for like 6 months who don't have the level of traction you're having now.
Well, one thing that I did was I found these via Zillow. They're on market, and I typed in one of the filters, seller finance, to find people that would be open to it. So the fact that these were already people who were open to it is why I think I'm finding success now.
Right.
Because they're already open to it in the first place.
Right. Yeah. No, really, really good stuff, man. Nice work. Keep pushing. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. I want to say Francis was next. What's going on, Francis?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, man. How can I help you?
Oh, good. I just wanted to look into this deal very quickly. This is a fix and flip. It's a cash deal, but I was having trouble comping it. And through the conversation with the guy, I saw that he bought this about 2021. He bought it for 140. So I was kind of negotiating with him, and I just kind of threw a number. I was saying, hey, we could do anywhere, probably 110. I was just, kind of pitching the guy, but then he called me back and he's like, hey, the owner accepted that 110. Hey, I'm like, hey, listen, I haven't really comped it, right? But when I went to to the buy box thing to look at to submit it, and I saw your little video where it says, hey, anywhere between 110, 175 is not really going to work, but I wanted you to check it out and see what you think about it, and maybe you could help me out to comp it out, because I'm not having any comps around the area. So,
Sure. You want to send that to me?
Yeah, let me send you that link real quick.
Dude, where's my guy Hayden? Hayden, are you in the chat? Hayden,
I DM'd it to you, bro.
Thank you. Hey, dude, I just want to say thank you for following up with me on that car thing that you got me the other day. Dude, you should see what it looks like. It is literally insane. It looks so clean, you would never believe it. Because Hayden sent me some car stuff. It was a little bit of a stretch. I had to do some finessing. But dude, I added it. Oh my God. It just, I'll drop it in the chat, Hayden. I'll drop it in the chat really quickly for you. So Hayden, I'm not fully done with it yet. It's not quite ready, but I'll send you another photo. I'm still working on it. That's one part of it. And then the other part of it is this. And Hayden, this is the part that's not done. And the reason I say it's not done is because you still see the black paneling. And the black paneling needs to be painted. I paid Hayden an assignment fee. Hayden, essentially, I paid him a finder's fee to find me car pieces, but this is like a project of mine. This is not my main car. It's just a car I've been working on. And Hayden, this is about to get painted silver. So you see the black parts on that? Those are all going to become silver, because you see how the back little black insert or silver insert right there, that's silver. We're going to make the other parts silver as well, so it doesn't look so funky. But this is my little project, guys, that I've been working on. It's not my daily or even my weekend. It's a project that I have. But anyways, we're going to check this out. So Francis, you just sent me this. McQuaid. Cool. So
it's off market.
This is an off-market duplex.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to need some rehab, but not terrible. Okay. Oh, maybe a pretty fair amount of rehab. Man, this thing's a little bit cooked. What type of deal do you have on this? Cash?
Yeah, cash. I mean, I told him 110. He called me back. I mean, I'm like, hey, maybe 110, because I saw he bought it for 140. So I said, like, hey, I'm going to push it down to 110. But I told him it works.
It works. And the reason it works is because this is not a rental, man. This is a fix and flip. It's a fix and flip. And I think we could probably find a buyer for this. I haven't run the numbers on it, but yeah, this is definitely a fix and flip. It's not a rental property. This probably needs about $25,000, $30,000 worth of work in it. And I know you're like, where's that going to go into? Well, There's a lot going on here. And I mean, there's a lot going on here. So this is definitely a fix and flip, but we do have buyers that fix and flip stuff like this. And yeah, I think we should blast it out and see what happens. So lock it up, send it to my team.
Yeah, I mean, he did accept it 110. So I'm just, waiting for him he's waiting for me to send him the PSA, but I'm like, hey, I'm going to talk to Richard first so he can confirm that this is good. I don't want to send anything to Dispo that they're just going to reject back. So I'm like, yeah, let's just get a yes confirmed. I'll send him the PSA, sign it over, put it to Dispo. So we're good for 110?
I think we should shoot our shot at it and see what happens, man.
Okay. All right, man. That's pretty much it. Thank you, brother.
Comp it. To save yourself some time and headache, go on Zillow, look at what's sold in the area for distressed duplexes. Comp it, let that inform your offer, okay?
Yeah, I did, but that's the thing is,
no comps.
I don't see no comps around that area specifically.
Go farther. Go much bigger. Do a much bigger area than what you were doing before.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and do that then. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Talk soon, okay?
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Michael, you were next. How can I help you, Michael?
Hi, Richard. How you doing?
Doing great today, man. What's going on?
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up?
Great. Okay. So, I have a duplex in Detroit, and it's the contract's ready to be signed. I got it in my inbox, but he wanted to talk to you because I sent him the proof of funds screenshot that you have, and he said that he has seen that before, and he was immediately thinking, that maybe it wasn't a legit proof of funds. And I have him pretty much, talked into it. Obviously, he sent me the contract, but I ran this by Maura, and she said that the numbers all seem to work pretty good on this duplex. And I was hoping that you could maybe just call the realtor and say, hey, he was hoping that he could talk to you directly.
Okay. Okay. Let me make sure it makes sense. Can you text me that, or can you DM me the address here?
How do I do that, Richard? How do I DM
what
you
device
directly?
are you on? Are you on your cell phone, a computer?
I'm on my cell phone on the Discord.
Okay. Hold down on my face, like where I'm waving at you, and it should say message. Maura. Okay, Maura.
Yo, that is not funny, bro. Don't encourage this. Yo, Michael, I'm a guy, bro. I'm sorry to disappoint.
I don't know. That voice sounds kind of feminine. It's kind of hard to tell. It's like, why are you making your voice deeper like that, man? Damn. He's sending me the address. Just a sec. There it is. Oh, cool. Detroit. This is my market. Cool. Okay, so this needs a roof. Interior is clean otherwise. Interior is very, very clean otherwise. It just needs a roof. What price did you get this thing at? Or are you seller financing this? You seller financing this, Michael, or are you doing what Obsidian will be available in a couple of weeks, man. It's just not quite yet. Eventually. We're still putting it together. A lot of work is going into it for you guys. So we're still working on it. I can't.
Okay, so no, this is a cash offer for Section 8, and he is I talked him down to 125.
We don't have a deep enough discount for a roof that's cooked like that. I know the cash flow is going to work, but we would need them to give us a concession on the roof. So before we even move forward, I'm going to send you my bank statement, man. I'm going to send you my bank statement that is going to let them know to take you seriously. Okay, so here's my bank statement right here. And then I'm also going to get you articles of incorporation and a driver's license. You can say this is the buyer, and I'll give you 3 that I own in Detroit. 11461 Stanford, Detroit, MI. 16176 Tracy, Detroit, MI. And then 15820 Merland, Detroit, MI. Okay. So there's a ton of credibility, so he can take you seriously. But you're going to say this. Hey, I know I sent it to my buyer and he'll do it, but they'll definitely want a concession for the roof. This is a 12K fix for this. Patrick, we'll have to check that out tomorrow. So say that, get back to me. I can get it done if we get that concession for the roof, okay? A concession is an amount of money off the purchase price. So, and as far as your concession, 6% concession, 6% concession for the roof.
Okay, I can say that to him. Hey, Richard, while I got you, I got another deal going in the works in Detroit. It's for 13 houses, single family houses, and it's a kind of a bulk portfolio. Would you be interested in something like that?
Very. That's the type of shit that makes you $100,000 in this group. Is it fix and flip or rental?
So it's 13 properties. 3 of them are rented out already, and then 10 of them are vacant. But they only need cosmetic to bring them up to date or whatever. A little bit of rehab, not too much.
Okay. Usually they underestimate the level of rehab. The biggest issue on these is them saying, "Hey, it's only a little bit," and it's like over $100,000. So yes, very interested.
I got the 13.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I got the 13 properties for around $59,000 per house.
Perfect. So these are really, really, really good numbers. I'm just concerned about the condition. Can you get me some photos of these properties? It doesn't have to be all of them, but maybe a couple photos that illustrate what the condition of the properties is or are, because a lot of the time, man, they say it's that and it's just so much worse.
I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah, they never know anything. They're asked from a hole in the ground. But yeah. I've looked at the photos that are on Zillow, and they all look pretty good, with the exception of one house kind of needs, a bit more work than a cosmetic.
We might want to kick that one out. Let's kick that house out. If we got one house that needs more, it's going to hurt the entire portfolio. So let's kick out. Let's get rid of that house. And Dubam, I can bring you up tomorrow, man. I'm almost out of time here, but yeah, that sounds really good. These are really good properties, really, really good price points. 59 per is not an attainable price point. So you're really, really good on that. We just need to get rid of any properties in that portfolio that just aren't up to par. Okay.
Yep. Absolutely.
Dude, great work. Talk soon. Get me photos of those and we'll talk more tomorrow.
Sure. How can I send you those photos?
I'm gonna bring you up tomorrow, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Tomorrow at 1:50 p.m. Remind me to bring up Michael Murphy.
Okay, I added it.
Great work, man. We'll talk, okay?
Thank you, Richard. Have a good day.
See you. Bye-bye. OB3, I heard you needed some urgent help. What's up, Doug? Albany, New York. Title company, we're using their attorney. I can't hear you right now. Oh, but I'm going to get the wheel while you're doing this. We got the wheel, guys. We got the wheel. Oh, baby. She's back. The wheel. The wheel is back with new gifts on it. And I'll tell you what, for all of our missed times, 2 spins today, okay? 2 spins today, all right? We'll do 2 spins today. So OB3, while you're figuring shit out, man, I'm going to do my first spin. So we do this every single day and hold my hand whole so that I'm here. Okay. Okay, spin number 1 is a foam roller. What is a foam roller? Well, it's something that I use every single day. You get on it, you put this under your back, you exhale deeply, and when you exhale deeply, it just, everything cracks, and I use this every single day of my life, every single day of my life. The second item that we're going to be giving away today, is it another foam roller? What could it be? Free VIP for 1 month. Free VIP, which means you can find your own buyers. You could more. That's more like you, based on what he said the other day or the other minute, man. He thinks you're a lady, a pretty lady. Free VIP. Okay, so we're giving away free VIP and a foam roller. OB3, are you with me, man? OB3, hello, paging OB3. You have a duplex in Albany, which is very good. I hope you submitted it to my team. They wanted to use their attorney. We couldn't find our own attorney. I agreed to their attorney. And you are here to say, Richard, I need your help with, how is my impression? Richard, I am calling you today because, is it good? I think it's pretty good. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. What would you rate that? Would you rate that a 7.5? Oh, they don't like it. It's at least a 6 out of 10. They say, hello, Richard. It's really deep. The agent from Albany Hybrid Deal said we should contact. Who should be the direct contact after state attorney finishes review? They have to reach out to our team. If we don't get back to him today, they'll take another offer. Okay. Give him my number. Give him my number, OB3. Agent/attorney can reach out to me. Okay. Okay. Well, OB3, I'll keep you up just in case. All right. Let's do a trivia and a location. Trivia and a location. Okay, this is going to be for the foam roller. For the foam roller, the world's tallest tree is what species of tree? Redwood. Redwood. That is correct. So Ranjay, you win the foam roller, and for 1 month free of VIP. Do you want to do another trivia or do you want to do a location? Trivia or location? A lot of people are saying location. I'm going to do a location. Okay. I have a location, guys. I'm going to drop it in the chat. You guys just need to tell me what country this is in. Ready? 3, 2, 1. What country is this? What country is this? Country. And this is correct. This is Spain, and our winner is you. Jay, it doesn't tell me your username, but Jay, you are our winner. That is our country. And for everybody in TikTok, it's like, I can't see it. Don't worry. This is only for Discord. Okay. So you are a recipient of VIP. Do you want me to explain VIP to you and what that does?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so essentially I put all of my buyers on Buybox Cartel. Everyone who buys your deals that I call to buy your deals, I put them on Buybox Cartel. You can access them in 2 ways. You can access them by 1, posting on Buybox Cartel on the marketplace, which is it'll be added to your account. You'll have free access. You can post for free on there. That's one way, but that's the less reliable way to find buyers because that relies on them scrolling. And the second way you can find buyers on Buybox Cartel is you can purchase cookies. I think buyers are like 20 to 50 cents per buyer. You can purchase a bulk group of like 100 of them for your deal in your location, and then you can blast your deal out to them via text, email, and phone call, and somebody will pick up your deal. We just had Jason Ellis do it for a $46,000 assignment fee. And it essentially cuts us out as your dispositions. You don't need to use us for dispositions. You keep 100% of the assignment fee. You can poach as many buyers as you want during the free month that you have it.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have that added to your account right now. See if I can view a full profile. Why does Discord no longer show me people's usernames? What's your username? Can you give me your username? It literally just won't show it to me. It just says J ...
Yeah, it's J373MY.
J373MY.
Yep.
Okay, and then for the other guy, can you send me name, address, phone number so that I can go ahead and send you a foam roller?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so log into Buybox Cartel tomorrow, around the same time tomorrow, Jay, and you should have access to that. Let me know if you don't, and we'll make sure that happens for you. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Now for Ronjay, just send me name, address, phone number, and we'll go ahead and Amazon you a phone number. Or gosh, I'm really slow today. We'll go ahead and Amazon you a foam roller.
All right. Hey, Richard, do you sometimes get times when you'll send a contract to a seller and then they'll just never reply back to you?
All the time, constantly.
All right, yeah, because that look-y pissed me off, fella. I worked hella hard on that, and then they never replied.
There's a saying that's time kills all deals, which means when your seller agrees, you should get them to sign that contract on the phone with you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so you don't have to, but that's what's recommended. And also working with agents avoids that because, sellers have already signed a document saying that they've agreed to it, and agents ensure that they sign. So there are downsides to working with agents, but one convenient thing is that doesn't really happen with agents. If a seller says yes, they will sign the contract if it's listed on market. So guys, one thing that you could do if you wanted to do this, you could join Buybox Cartel VIP right now. You could pull 10 of our buyers that consistently buy in Detroit, Cleveland, Birmingham, St. Louis, wherever it may be, and you could just feed those buyers all day long. Like all day long, you could just feed those buyers. So this is on the way. Your estimated time of delivery for your foam roller is Thursday. And I just sent you a confirmation of your order to your DMs.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that's my stream for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to be here tomorrow. And OB3, one more chance, you hear? OB3? Single family in Detroit, remodeled in 2023. Iran, OB3 is turning on his camera. His mic isn't working right now. Well, OB3, I saw your question and you can reach out to me, okay? Your camera's not quite turning on either, but maybe you DM'd me a question? I DM'd you my phone number. He asked for your number. It's in his DMs. I got a house I need help on. Well, is there anybody here who can lead a couple questions and answers for me while I go get in the water on this very warm day? You forgot to remind me tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1:45 p.m., remind me to bring up John Callan.
Okay, I added it.
Okay. I've got
Hey,
you.
Richard, welcome home.
Hey, Kira, how you doing?
I'm so good. It's good to see you. We missed you.
Oh my gosh, it's great to be back. I've reset my appreciation for being in Oregon entirely. Yeah, really, really great to be back as well. Guys, so if you need any help, this person in Montana says, I just need your ARV knowledge. Trust me, Kira has that unlocked. Trust me, trust me, trust me. So guys, don't think that you can't ask other people than me questions. I can guarantee you that Kira is going to answer it just as well as I will. So yeah, ask Kira and she will help you out, guys. One thing about Hold My Hand Wholesale is that we've got classes like for 5+ hours every single day. Suppressor, I don't have the ability to talk to you now, but we can definitely have a conversation tomorrow, guys. I'm tapped out. It is currently 7 a.m. Philippine time. So thanks for hanging out with me. I will catch you later. Bye-bye. YouTube, what a great stream. Welcome back, guys. I appreciate it. If anybody here, because we have 140 of you guys watching across different platforms, if any of you here like, you know what, on the off chance that this guy isn't lying and that all these people aren't paid actors, I'll spend $20 to find out. Fuck it, I'll spend $20 to find out. All you need to do is click the link in my bio and join Hold My Hand Wholesale, and then you're there. So thanks so much, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye. See ya.